We already discussed a ton of new Legacy of the First Blade episode 3 info in a recent video. The DLC will be live on March 5th if you of course have the season pass. But then I got reached out by Dokkan Experts because you can actually already see the icons of the trophies that we cannot unlock yet. And one implies that we might get a new modern day mission. And there's more to discuss regarding future features and the upcoming update. So let's get into it. If you enjoy that, then a like would be super appreciated. And let's go. So yes, 2 trophies in the additional feats section of Odyssey have been revealed. So the free content section where we find the many Lost Tales of Greece missions. And we of course have 2 trophies there for both Cyclopses. They added post-launch as well. One of the new trophies that we can't get yet is called A Friend Worth Dying For. And over on the website PSN Profiles we actually see an icon that you unlock after finishing the quest, just like we saw with the other Lost Tales of Greece missions as well. Giving us a hint at what, or in this case who, this mission will be about. In the case of A Friend Worth Dying For, it's Barnabas, who has of course been a traveling companion since the start of the game. Looks like he will be in trouble and we got to save him, something like that seems to be the case. I expect this mission somewhere in March, the 2nd week or the 3rd week probably. The other mission though seems to be more interesting. It's called Heir of Memories and we got an icon from Layla. Very much implying that she will play a role in this new mission. Because again, all the icons had something to do with the previous mission as well. With the Daughters of Lolea one, we have the face of Tiani. We could of course romance during that mission. So yes, these icons include characters that will play a role in this mission. And with this mission having a Layla icon, I think this implies that we get a new modern day mission. But what? Like, will it take place after the Odyssey Atlantis ending? Maybe this mission will be some sort of preparation for the Atlantis DLC. Assassin's Creed Origins did this as well, like release a free mission that would tie in with the Season Pass DLC. Like we got a pretty cool and weird quest in the desert that prepared us for the craziness that would await us in the Curse of the Pharaohs. Also, how could Layla be involved in a so-called Lost Tales of Greece mission that is about stories that happen in ancient Greece with sometimes famous characters you already met during the main story? I'm also of course curious to hear what you think, of course. Totally drop your theories in the comments down below, and for the people that haven't finished the story of Odyssey yet, like the Atlantis part, be warned for spoilers in the comments. No, but it does line up, like this mission will likely launch in April and the Atlantis DLC should start around that time as well. So I think it could be a tie-in for sure. Again, share your theories in the comments down below. So yes, we can already see the icons for episode 3 of the Legacy of the First Blade as well. Yeah, this side is a damn gold mine. Thanks again to Dokkan Expert for sharing. I mean, I knew about this side before, but never really like thought, hey, maybe I should check out these new Odyssey trophies here. Anyway, it seems like I was right regarding the Kingmaker trophy, giving us the Prince of Persia sword that already appeared in Seeks' game, as we again see right here. The trophy says acquire the Sword of Kings with this icon, and that indeed looks like the King's sword from Prince of Persia that you get at the end of the Two Thrones game. We see indeed that the Fury of the Bloodline ability trophy has the icon for that unknown ability that Ubisoft shared multiple times in the ability window. But way more interesting is the trophy icon for the trophy that you get for completing the 3rd episode, as pointed out by Surya on Twitter. Now this is totally a spoiler, so I will discuss it at the end of the video and will give you a warning beforehand. But it's really interesting indeed. First, let's discuss another trophy that Ubisoft actually changed. I already discussed the news where Ubisoft said that they wanted to change the trophy that you get at the end of the 2nd episode of the Legacy of the First Blade. It was first called Growing Up and now called Blood of Leonidas. And the description says now continue the bloodline. Ubisoft also confirmed that with the New Game Plus update, so update 1.14, that update will also include the changes they made to the 2nd episode. So one cutscene will be changed and there will be some different dialogue in some situations as well. And it will be really interesting to see how they change it without spoiling of course anything. And I'm curious if they will like communicate where the changes were made, or that we have to find them ourselves when the update hits. And totally of course, if you see the changes, let me know on Twitter at JorRaptor, Instagram JorRaptor, or in the comments of my most recent Odyssey video. But that is of course after the new update is live. This next update will also include 22 new viewpoints, as already noted in the February content video, but Ubisoft cannot answer if we have to synchronize them again or if we have them like immediately available. I think we have to get them again, as we already see in the February content video as well. Also interesting is the Orichalcum. Will that return in New Game Plus mode, or will the locations that were already looted already be looted? Since you take your Orichalcum with you, I think you likely cannot loot them again, but it would be a nice surprise to find it in the world again for sure. So who knows, we will know when New Game Plus is out. And some people were actually confused about the New Game Plus already being out, because an email sent out about the February content update sent in the title that New Game Plus is out already, as shared by Gay and Some Storm on Reddit. Well, that's of course not the case. I can think that it will be this week on February 21st, so we should have some info real soon. First, we of course have a new weekly reset, and I will be streaming the weekly reset in Odyssey tomorrow, looking at the new live event and a new weekly item. I will go live the moment the reset happens, so that's when the timer from Sargon hits 0, then I will be live. And during my recent weekly reset live stream, people noted that they hit the Drag Me cap of 9,999,999. So they can't earn any money anymore in this game. And Ubisoft now confirms that they are looking into it, and they might like increase the cap in the future, or maybe add more ways to spend your Drag Me. I mean, spending Drag Me on Orichalcum or Olympian gifts is something I've seen a lot of people ask, and I get why Ubisoft does not want to do it, because then it opens up the farming tactics again, where people will find ways to get fast money and then will be able to buy unlimited Olympian gifts. And that's of course what they are trying to combat with the Orichalcum system, that you can only get a few Orichalcum per week. The Evastos workshop, when the level cap hits, will of course be a new money sink, that's for sure, but after that we will be sitting on money for a long time again. I mean, if I could spend my 2 million Drag Me on the Hades Lieutenant, I would have done it, but now we can only open 1 or sometimes 2 Olympian gifts at the end of these videos. So yes, we will do that, and I will talk about that episode 3 ending trophy that implies something pretty awesome at the end of the video, with a spoiler warning before that. So of course, subscribe for everything Odyssey if you haven't already, like the video to support channel, and now let's get to Sargon. Hunter Mayer got the freaking Hades Lieutenant already, so let's hope he's still in stock for me. Yo Sargon, did you hear, with the next update, people are going to earn more Orichalcum, so you will get a little bit busier, you know? Yeah, when you reach like the new mercenary rank, you get like 10% more Orichalcum per bounty and stuff like that, so pretty nice. Okay, I will just spend my Orichalcum right now and see if I can get what I want. Come on, an epic. Mercenary boots, hunter warrior damage. What? I don't think I've ever seen that. Hunter, warrior, and assassin damage on one boot. Wow. No, that's insane, man. That's insane, but not what I wanted, of course. So, yeah, we will be back tomorrow, of course, with the weekly reset. We will check what you get. Yeah, again, check the countdown timer to see when I will go live. You see it right here, but it will be a little later, a little longer from now. So, or a little earlier actually, because yeah, I'm recording this before I of course upload the video. Anyway, check it there, or I will also just of course announce it on the channel. I hope to see you there, but otherwise I will of course have a video with everything you need to know about the weekly resets up as well shortly after. So, we're of course going to talk about that other trophy icon, because it's really interesting indeed. Spoiler warning for the end of the Legacy of the First Blade. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a spoiler. You don't want to know it. I just saw it, and then, yeah, the icon sparked my interest as well. So I still want to discuss it, but I can totally see why you would not want to see it. So of course, if you go, goodbye. I will see you in the next video, or tomorrow at the stream, or otherwise, let's go into spoiler territory. So when checking this PSN Trophies website for the icons, I saw the ending of the episode 3 trophy as well. It says secure your bloodline, and that could really mean a lot. I don't want to get too much into that. Now I want to discuss the icon, as again Surya noted on Twitter, because it might imply that we go to Egypt afterwards, or at least something like that. Or at least like sail there and then the sort of episode ends. Like, it's pretty interesting because we see the boat and then 2 pyramids, right? Those have to be pyramids. so implying that we go to Egypt. If you want to discuss this in the comments, please use a spoiler tag, like use a lot of enters and then type what you want to say. I mean, we know that the hidden blade from Darius ends up at Cleopatra, who then gives it to Arya at some point. So it needs to get to her, of course. But yeah, obviously Cleopatra is far from being born at the end of episode 3 of the Legacy of the First Blade. March 5th is when we will know the answers, so that is pretty soon. I will of course keep you up to date along the way. Totally subscribe if you haven't already for every Odyssey. Like the video to support the channel. Check out my recent video on more episode 3 news. And I will of course speak to you next time. Goodbye!